everybody, and good Friday evening to you. It is 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here. It's Weather for Weather Geeks. Another very busy week. We're ready for more of a breather than we've had. We've had our fair share of snowstorms. Now we've had ice problems and flooding problems, and tomorrow morning is going to be interesting. We would like a prolonged break. If you would please give us one, Mother Nature, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime real soon. Of course, flooding has been our big story, in addition to the slick surfaces from the rapid freeze-up last night. Here's a look at the status of regional rivers. See a lot of yellows and oranges, even a few reds on here. So we're seeing moderate flooding along the Mahoning River near Leavittsburg, also the Tuscarawas River from Massillon and Canton area down into parts of Tuscarawas County this evening. Now, thankfully, in most places, the rivers have crested or are cresting right now, and they will recede pretty quickly over the next 24 hours. But the Mahoning River at Youngstown, down to 15.27 feet as of just before 7 p.m. This actually crested at about 16.5 feet earlier on today, putting it kind of down here. One of the biggest crests on record for the Youngstown area on the Mahoning River. In fact, our highest crest since we had that summertime flooding back in July of 2003. Leavittsburg in moderate flood stage now at 14.03. Now, that's not going to be good enough to get us towards the top of the list of big flood events, but still, some of these heavy hitters on here, such as 1913, 1959, they were not totally out of reach today, although the overall crests on the rivers, thankfully, were not quite as high as it looked like they could have been 24 to 36 hours ago. Eagle Creek, southwestern Trumbull County, around the Braceville area, cresting right now at about 13 feet or so. And so this is also one of the biggest crests on record for this location, the biggest back in July of 2003, but we came very close to that this afternoon. And the biggest or highest crests in about 11 years here at Eagle Creek. Of course, we had plenty of rain. The totals were pretty much as expected, with many places getting at least 1.5 inches, if not 1.75 inches, close to 2 inches in some spots during our Thursday. It kind of came in two waves, one early in the day, another late afternoon and into the evening. Then we had some pesky flurries that lingered for a lot of the day today, but those have thankfully diminished, and actually very quickly the sky has cleared out this evening. A lot of people wondering how long will the water stay high if your neighborhood is flooded, Perkins Park around Warren inundated with water, many problems like that. It's not going to be helped by the fact that some of this water is freezing up, and we're going to be well below freezing on Saturday. That'll slow down the process of the water receding some, but it is going to recede, and things will get better as we go deeper into the weekend and early next week. In the meantime, our next weather maker is up here across the upper Midwest. This is a pretty potent Alberta Clipper system that's moving through parts of Wisconsin and Iowa right now. Strong enough snow showers that snow squall warnings have been issued along this line in Wisconsin this evening. Now, a snow squall warning is a fairly recent addition to the watches and warnings that the National Weather Service issues, and it's kind of treated like a severe thunderstorm warning for wintry weather. You see rapid changes in conditions, gusty winds, heavy amounts of snow, rapid reductions in visibility, and so if it meets that criteria, they'll issue a snow squall warning. Think of it again, kind of like a severe thunderstorm warning. You're not going to have lightning in most cases with this, and hail and that sort of thing, but strong winds and reductions in visibility. And we can expect probably that threat at least for tomorrow morning. Now, this cold front, this potent Alberta Clipper system, is going to arrive just before daybreak on our Saturday. And if you're an early morning riser tomorrow morning, be on the lookout for this. Very sudden changes in visibility, a brief period of heavy snow, gusty winds, and maybe we'll see our first snow squall warning issuance of the season in parts of eastern Ohio and western PA. And that'd be early in the day on Saturday. So just a reminder, a snow squall is basically just something that happens suddenly, an intense burst of wind and snow. You can have true whiteout conditions, usually pretty rapidly, only last 10 or 15 minutes. And yeah, the duration is pretty short, and then sometimes this will come and go and the sun will come out not long afterwards. I don't think that'll happen necessarily tomorrow, but one thing we want you to focus on is the impacts with this that I just mentioned, not necessarily the amounts. Don't worry about how much snow is going to fall out of this, because it's going to be pretty modest. It's going to be trucking along quickly. And so the odds of 1 inch or more worth of snow, all pretty modest. Generally under 50% for most of our area. I can't rule out an inch or so worth of snow, but for the most part, this is going to be just a quick coating. It's going to make things slick, and it's going to be accompanied by a burst of wind, and temperatures are going to drop very quickly tomorrow morning. And with the winds still howling through midday, we might start out tomorrow morning at daybreak with temperatures in the upper 20s, but by lunchtime it's going to be in the upper teens to around 20, and with winds gusting like this, the wind chills are going to plummet along with the temperatures. So by midday, our wind chills are pretty close to zero, or even a handful of degrees below zero. It's not going to be a very nice day on Saturday. The flurries may linger into the afternoon. Now, the lake ice has diminished somewhat over the last couple of days. It's still up around 70%, but it was north of 90% just a couple of days ago. Enough open water on the lake that it'll probably be enough to keep the flurry machine running for a lot of the afternoon, especially north and east of Youngstown. So just a very nasty day for our Saturday, but then just like flipping a switch, it's going to be a lot better on Sunday. The sun's going to be out. It's going to be cold to start, but we're going to make our way well up into the 40s on Sunday. And actually, Monday for President's Day, when a lot of people have the day off, this is going to be the best day of the year so far, really. We had a mild day a few days ago, but it came with some clouds. This is going to be still a mostly sunny day on Monday, and temperatures will get into the 50s. So 28, that's an early morning high on Saturday. Most of the day spent in the upper teens to around 20 with wind chills closer to zero. But then Sunday's high of 45 degrees will feel awfully nice. All right, active pattern ahead. This is the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, and you can see the elevated odds of above average precipitation for our region. There's going to be another midweek system next week that probably brings a pretty good plume of moisture north. What kind of precipitation, how much, TBD, if you will. But our models are in pretty good agreement that as we head towards days 5, 6, and 7 of this forecast, towards the middle of next week, we'll see plentiful amounts of precipitation, whether it be all rain or a combo of rain and snow and something in between. We probably end up with at least an inch worth of liquid equivalent precipitation during the course of next week. So, bottom line, enjoy Sunday and Monday if you can, because after that, not only will we have, looks like plenty of precipitation, but we're going to see a big cool down towards the second half of next week as well. Our 40s and 50s will be replaced by 30s. Stay safe out there this weekend, everyone, especially tomorrow morning if you have to head off to work first thing in the morning. If you work third shift and you'll be heading home from work in the morning, take it slow. I suspect we'll see pretty changeable conditions for a couple of hours first thing on Saturday. Thanks for watching tonight. I'll see you right back here for more weather for Weather Geeks on Monday.